Well, it's the next leg of our walk around the coastal path of England and Wales, and today we're in Pwllheli. We're back in Pwllheli, and we're walking Pwllheli through to Porthmadog, and as you can see, the sun is shining. So quick fact about Pwllheli. Pwllheli is in Welsh is the Pwll is pool and Heli is salt. It's a salty pool. It's a tidal pool that comes in, which you'll just see now on the footage, from the sea and through the estuary into the tidal pool, and it's a nature reserve. So we're here at the start of our walk. How far are we walking today, Adam? What's the distance?
Let's say 18 miles.
18 miles. So
18 miles of facts.
Well, there's going to be plenty of facts along the way. But let's get cracking. Let's go and see what's in store. So we've just started the walk, so we're on our way walking out to Pwllheli. And as Adam has promised, some interesting facts about Pwllheli. So Pwllheli's unofficially the capital of the Llyn Peninsula. Largely because of its harbour and the train station and its marina. Don't forget the marina.
Unofficially?
Well, unofficial.
My house is unofficially the capital of where I live as well.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. And also, Pwllheli recently featured on the Channel 4 television programme Our Welsh Chapel Dream with Keith Brymer-Jones and his partner Marge, as they're converting a 160-year-old chapel. So that's put Pwllheli on the map. But we've arrived on a good day, and so we're heading around the coast, heading towards the marina. A number of boats out there, so we'll see how we get on. So we're just a couple of miles in, continue to walk along.
We're a mile and a half in, and this is the fourth video already.
Well, it is actually, because this is quite a spectacular beach. It might be the end of March, and it is a bit on the cool side. The hats are on, but I have to say it's glorious along this stretch of beach. A good mile and a half long. It's going to sweep round, but we're being blessed by the weather and really quiet. Handful of people walking dogs, walking along. The sun just glistening off the water. Could be anywhere.
Could be anywhere. Where are we?
We're on the Llyn Peninsula.
Oh, okay.
Just a further example of how stunning this part of Wales is. We've seen it in some of the earlier walks, and this is right up there. Really good.
Do you have any facts?
Thankfully for being not on this one. Well, let's see, we're just going to 5 miles on the walk, and we've now arrived at what is now the Haven holiday centre, but originally was Butlins here at Pwllheli, 3 miles down from Pwllheli. Originally the Admiralty Training Centre back in the 1940s during World War II, and in 1947 it became Butlins holiday camp, and it was a holiday camp here till 1998. Back in the 60s there was about 12,000 people would come to the centre, and in the early 80s I was one of them. I remember having some happy holidays here. Had a chairlift that would bring people from the centre down to the beach, and it's still popular today.
And you probably still remember the famous entertainer Ted Bovis, who I think used to work here, and the camp manager, do you remember Porthmadog? She actually gave her name to the local town of Porthmadog, named after her, in her honour.
No, that's Hiding High. That's the fictional BBC TV show.
Is that not a documentary?
No.
Oh, sorry, I'll be off.
So we have come inland now, and we're walking on the main path that runs alongside the A497.
Otherwise known as the pavement.
Yeah, that's correct. We have actually just passed a sign from the council detailing plans to put a new pathway in that will join the coast path that will prevent this detour, but there's no timing on it, so I'm not sure when that's planned to start or finish. So for the time being, we've got this walk along pavement by this road. Well, we've just come off the coastal path, off the A497, and we've come a slight detour into Llanstumdwy. This is famous for of Lloyd George, the British Labour Prime Minister, 1914 to 1922. And Lloyd George was famous for introducing the old age pension and also being in power and enabling women to vote for the first time. So quite a notorious Prime Minister, and he's buried in this church here. It's just ring. So that's a little bit of misinformation there, just in case you're doing the walk. We're now actually crossing over the river, but as you can see from the signpost, Lloyd George's grave is actually down this path, which we probably won't be venturing down, but if you're visiting, that's the way to go. So we've just arrived, just ticked over 11 miles, and we've arrived in Criccieth, and this is going to be our lunch stop. So we're just coming off the coastal path, and we're walking into the centre. Well, this is our lunch stop, the Tiramool, just up from the beach. Nice teacup as well, China tea. That's not the first time we've had a China teacup actually, when we've been in Wales. So we've walked 11 miles, so it was a good opportunity to stop. Just ticked past 2 o'clock, so we're having a spot lunch here. Adam's on the, what is it you're having?
You told me I couldn't talk.
The seafood platter. Seafood over by the sea, so perfect choice. And of course I've gone for the toasted Italian.
Because we're both...
Well,
sorry.
Port Marion, maybe tomorrow, so that's a little nod to that, isn't it? Yeah, we'll enjoy that, and then we'll continue. But I tell you what, I might treat you to an ice cream, but only if you eat all your lunch. Right, you can have an ice cream.
This is the greatest time of my life.
You can't be at the seaside, Adam, without having an ice cream.
Well, that's lucky.
Because we've just stumbled across it. Cadwalders. And what flavour have you gone for?
Rum and raisin, the pirate's choice.
The rum and raisin.
Arr.
And this is a Nutella, which I think is a variation of Nutella. Pat
says it all, doesn't it?
Not allowed to use it because of copyright, so let's hope it doesn't fall off. But beautiful. Enjoy. We've just walked 14 miles, so we're about 2 miles out of Criccieth, and we've just come round and we've joined Blackrock Sand, so we're on the beach here. This is apparently about 2 miles in length, thereabouts, and I think it is the longest beach in North Wales, according to the guidebook. So
That's not true.
is that not right?
No, that's not true. Hell's Mouth is longer than that. Hell's Mouth is about 3 or 4. You got your facts wrong there. Incorrect fact. Fake news.
It's a long beach.
Quite a long beach.
It's the second beach we've been on today.
That is true.
Thank you. Nice hard sand.
Also true.
So no pebbles, which we were delighted about.
Some cars though.
Yeah, there are cars on, which is a strange thing. But again, one of the great benefits of this whole walk is that the wind is behind us, pushing us along. Yeah. So we're heading towards Borth-y-Gest. That'll be the next little village that we're arriving at, and then on to Porthmadog, where we'll be stopping for the day. So we've probably got about another 4 miles or so. So we're just enjoying this stretch of coastline on the nice flat beach and putting up with this company. Well, we're continuing our walk along
Along this flipping beach. It never ends, does it?
Blackrock Sands. And pleased to say I've now gone and checked the facts, and I wish to correct what I said before. This is one of the longest stretches of beach in North Wales.
Correct.
Thank you. We've just had a little bit of a climb, and we're now on the way back down as we come into Borth-y-Gest. Nice little village. Some views over to Port Marion, and you see Harlech Castle, the hills in the background. And we're entering the final stages of the walk for today, so just about 17 miles. So we are here in Porthmadog. It was founded by William Maddock. It had hoped for it to be the the port to connect with Ireland, but when Holyhead was chosen ahead of that, he turned it into a harbour. And I think by 1861 there's about 3,000 people living here. In 1974 it then got its name that it is now, which is Porthmadog.
What was it called before then?
I'm not quite sure. But what I am sure about is this is the end of our walk for this leg. So 18 miles from Pwllheli to Porthmadog, and we're going to enjoy a well-earned drink and something to eat.